It's finally here, ladies and gentlemen. The November Q&A for 2021 has arrived. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. By the time you're watching this, it's probably Christmas Day, and I just want to say Merry Christmas to each and every single last one of you. I hope you are all having a wonderful Christmas. I hope it's going well for all of you, and I hope you're having a great day. This video would have been out way sooner in the month, but that tornado hit. And then when I was editing it, tornado wiped out my electricity. And so by the time I got electricity back, the whole video was corrupted. So, had to redo this from scratch. And so I am very sorry for this coming out as late as it is. It would have been out way sooner. I am very sorry about this. But at least it's out. Better late than never. And I just want to say, if you have any questions for the Q&A, please leave them in the comment section down below. If you're on Discord, leave them in the Q&A chat. Or if you're on Minds, leave them on the comment section of this video, and I'll be sure to get them in the next Q&A. I want to thank you for your patience. Hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. And one more quick announcement before we get into the Q&A. I will be taking a break until New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, one or the other. So I just wanted to let everyone know I will be not making content throughout the week up until then. So I'll be back by then and then have more content and everything going up. So just want to let everyone know, expect the next Q&A by the second weekend of January. Without further ado, let's get into this. Starting with the YouTube section, Elizabeth Zred asks, great Q&A, like always. And yes, Vic will always and forever be the heart and soul of Crowbar on when, yes, that he will be. Hope this is a good question for next month's Q&A. Has there been a series, TV, film, franchise, manga, anime, video game, etc. that you've said, nah, I'm never getting into that, but then watch some clips and you're immediately hooked on it? That's how I got into Attack on Titan in a nutshell. Thank you, Levi Ackerman. Can't wait to see next month's Q&A has a store. Have a safe holiday season, everyone. I'd probably say that happened with, like, Precure. I remember I stumbled upon videos randomly on YouTube several years back of Precure, and I was like, there's no way I can get into that. No, I checked out a few clips, and I was like, man, I'll give it a shot. Watched the anime, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was great. But that's the series that got me hooked. So, Merry Christmas to you. I hope you have a good Christmas out there. Thanos number 1 asks, hey, Draco, happy Thanksgiving, and God bless you and your family. Well, God bless you and yours, and I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, and I hope you had a good Christmas also. I have one question today. What do you think about the Ruby Fairy Tales? If you've seen it, what's your opinions? I remember I watched only the first one with, like, what was it, the sister and the brother? That was so terrible. Like, the sister was a brat, and then she sends her brother out into the woods to get basically infected by that grim virus or whatever. And then, like, everyone in the village dies because of her being a complete total brat, bullying her brother, and then, like, making him go into that forest and he gets infected by the grim virus, whatever that was. It was so bad. Like, I stopped. Then again, the animation was already, like, hardcore turnoff. Like, good lord, it was like that Cal Arts shit. Like, it's just terrible. I didn't watch another one after it. I was done. I'm serious. I was out of it. I was done. Yeah, good question, man. Andrew Rogers asked, another spicy question. How did you become a Christian? What's your testimony? So, when I was a kid, I was raised by basically a Christian family. Like my father's side was Christian and my mother's side was Christian. So, they taught me basically the Word of God. I went to a private school even through the 6th grade. So, I really had a lot of that taught to me, and there was just a lot of things in my life that were like really heavy events because I didn't go through a very easy childhood or upbringing. My parents weren't really there in my life, and when they were, it was just a struggle. Like, they didn't make anything that much easier. Of course, later years before my father died, we did, come to terms with things, and like things were better between him and I. But that was right before he died last year, unfortunately. But I went through a lot of my life just feeling like I didn't matter. Felt like, I wasn't important. And there were times where I just didn't care what happened to me. Sometimes feeling like death was the answer. I really did. but I always felt like there was someone guiding me, even in the hardest of times, to help me through my hardships. And you know, just me personally, I'm not going to push religion on anybody or anything. You believe what you want to believe, but I believe it was God that was helping me. But hey, that's just me. That's just my opinion. But that's what I would have to say about it. But yeah, good question, man. Crash Bash asks, hey Draco, a bit of a personal question. How do you face your personal demons and obstacles when dealing with your personal life? This is an interesting question. So me personally, like say, like problems that I've had in my life, I've been one to try to put it behind me. Like, yeah, I've let a lot of the past that I've had, like, when bad things happen, I've let it get me down. But, the thing is that anytime you get down, anything pushes you down, you get back up. And it may take a little bit of time to get back up on your feet, but you can do it. Always try to think positively about yourself. Always try to do things that get you out of that rut. Get your mind off of it. And, it never hurts to reflect on things, but keep in mind, don't let the past hold you back. So if you've had something happen like that was traumatic back in the past, and it's had that sense of fear that's controlled you, don't ever let that control you. Always step forward and always push. Push against it, Try to, be strong and never let that hold you back from living life how you want to live it. Keep in mind that whatever has happened that happened in the past could be a personal demon. Keep in mind that's in the past. You could make tomorrow a better day than what yesterday was. And if you made a mistake, that's okay. Reflect on the mistake so you don't make it twice. But at the same time, step forward knowing that you've learned something from the experience. Not to do that again or to be that way or, things of that sort. Because life itself is one big experience. And it teaches us and it molds us into being the people that we are meant to become in the end. It's like an ever-evolving process. We as people continue to learn, we continue to grow as time goes on. And so, the best thing to do is obviously anything that's a personal demon, you stand up against it. You don't let it beat you. You don't let it kick you down. You stand up to it. You stay strong. And, that's what you should always do. And when you do beat that obstacle, that personal demon, you will feel like you achieved something. And always remember that you as a person, as well as myself and everyone else, we're all ever evolving as people to be who we're meant to be in the end. Always keep that in mind. But yeah, good question, man. Jacob Hayes asks, hey Draco, long-time watcher, first-time Q&A. I feel like steering some chaos for next month, so please list the most underrated and overrated waifus from each Persona game in your opinion. I have to say, I feel to me, Haru as a character didn't impact me as much as some of the other characters did. I feel like her for Persona 5 was overrated. Now that's just me. It's not that she's a bad character or anything. She's not. It's just I felt like she was overrated. Chihaya, for example, though, I feel like she was very underrated. I kind of like the fortune teller. I don't know. That's just me. I was a fan of her character. I don't know. I just liked the fortune teller. I thought she was great. I think she's very underrated. Besides, I'll give her some fortune if you know what I mean. But anyways, she, I think, for Persona 4 is overrated. I mean, I can see why people like her. I get it. She's kind of nerdy, but she's cool. But she didn't really hit it off with me. I think she's a bit overrated. Now, whenever it comes to someone I think is underrated, is Yukiko. I always liked her for Persona 4. I don't know. I felt like, it was either you were in the Chi camp or if you were in the Rize camp, as opposed to the Yukiko camp, but that's just me. Now, I think that Aegis, a lot of people really like Aegis. And I do think she's an enjoyable character. I don't know. I felt like she was kind of overrated to me. I don't know. That's just me. But, I mean, Mitsuru, as everybody already knows, and if you don't, well, now you know. Mitsuru is my favorite Persona female character. Like, I adore this character. You could say, well, she might be overrated. I mean, maybe some people say it. And then again, there's a lot of Mitsuru and Yukari wars going on. So, it just really depends upon what you like. I'd say Mitsuru's great. I feel like Aegis might be a little overrated. I feel like Yukari kind of does get the underrated stick, because there are some people who don't like her, so there's that. I will say, because, like, Persona, when it comes to, like, the older games, like, when it comes to the original Shin Megami Tensei Persona and then Persona 2, I haven't really seen as many people talk about it, but if there's a character I did like Maya. So I can't really say for Persona 1 and 2, like, what people really thought, because that was like way back when, all the way back, what, 2007? Was it? 2007, 2009, somewhere in there for the first game. Like, way back on the PSP, I remember it. Long time ago. So, I don't know. I haven't heard many opinions on, like, the first two games, though, on what they think of waifu status. But that's just me. But yeah, good question, man. Brady Miller asked, what is your favorite Telltale games? I actually don't have one. Believe it or not. I never really got into those games. So, I don't really have one. But that's just me. If you do, let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. Wonder Woman versus Shao Kahn, who would win? That's a really tough one. Because, you look at Shao Kahn, one of the greatest things that he can do is where Shao Kahn can actually steal souls, right? And he can actually, rob billions of souls from an entire realm with a hand motion. So, considering that he could do that and also gains, their memories and their experience in combat, what does that stop him from, beating Wonder Woman? Now, Wonder Woman, she actually has had tons of powers. One of them definitely being where, in the pre-Crisis era, she actually was, comparable in terms of strength to Golden Age Superman. And, so there was that. Also, if you look at, post-Crisis, she had a lot of powers from the gods and goddesses themselves, the Greek mythology, where she had strength of that of Hercules. She could actually talk to animals, so probably even use them as an army, maybe. But considering that Shao Kahn could steal billions of souls, and they had a crossover, so wouldn't that mean that he could probably steal the soul of a Wonder Woman from another universe as well as Superman, and then use that? Makes you kind of wonder. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say. Maybe Shao Kahn would win that. I might put my bet on Shao Kahn, considering the souls that he could steal. So probably Shao Kahn, if I'd say. That's just me. I'd have to go with Shao Kahn. Black Panther versus Batman, no gadgets. Who wins? I have to go with Batman. If you know all the training that Batman is God under. How, for example, Kirigi taught Bruce Wayne how to use ninjutsu, basically. And even a technique that Bruce never used, which was known as the vibrating palm strike, which if it hit you, it killed you. It was an auto kill. But he never used it. But he knows it. So there was that. He also was trained under Henry Ducard, who basically taught him his manhunting skills when he was in Paris. So he did also, have those abilities as well that he learned. So I would say Batman would win. That's just me. But gotta go Batman. Hasbin Hotel, Helva Boss, Villainous, and Seis Manos. Seen them? If you have, what do you think of them? I have not seen them, so I haven't had an opinion. I have been meaning to see Hasbin Hotel, though, but I have not checked it out. But yeah, good questions. Good questions. Thomas Hale asks, since you said in the past you're a fan of Tsunderes and Yanderes, are there any Tsunderes or Yanderes you dislike or hate? Yes. Yes, there are. There are a couple. And the Tsundere I don't like is Louise. And she is actually from Zero no Tsukaima. I don't like her character. Here's the thing. I love Tsunderes, but God, she's more obnoxious than she is an adorable Tsundere, in my opinion. I'd say she got better towards the end of the series, but God, throughout most of it, I don't like her. Throughout most of it. And a Yandere I don't like. I do not like Katsura from School Days. Just don't watch School Days. It's so bad. And she's a terrible yandere. No. God, no. just so bad. Don't watch it. Save your sanity, don't watch it. But yeah, good question, man. James95 asks, how would you fix Blake from Ruby and who will voice her? So, can I get Thanos to snap her? That would improve her. It would change my mind. Oh God. Oh, I do not like Blake. If Blake were to be better, she needs to stop acting like a victim all the time. I cannot stand it. I hate her being the victim all the time. It's so obnoxious. Blake, her character's just depression in a nutshell. She tries to drag you down, and it's just this character's so bad. She could maybe be a little bit more cheerful, maybe be a bit more uplifting. Because she's always such a negative character. Blake is so useless as a character. I can't stand her. That'd be something I'd do. Also, in terms of who would voice her, maybe Sarah Ann Williams. I don't know. I kind of got like, if you were to like make Blake more like Uni from Neptunia, I think she'd be a better character. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe make her Uni. More like Uni as a character. Maybe then it would work. Maybe Blake would then be awesome. Because Uni's a cool character. Maybe. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, good question, man. Best Rat Wife who asks, which Silent Hill game is your favorite? Probably Silent Hill 2. Just the fear of that game. Like, it actually gets you. Like, the jump of it. It's pretty good. It's still pretty good to this very day, in my opinion. Like, I think it's a game that's held up quite well. That's just me. So I'd probably say Silent Hill 2, maybe. But that's just me. Captain Boomerang asks, who's your favorite anime alcoholic? So I have a new favorite as, like, past few years. And that has been Aqua. Because she is the best useless alcoholic I've ever seen in my life. Oh, man. Just Konosuba's too good. Oh, man, I love that series. But yeah, Aqua would be my favorite alcoholic. Rainbow Boom X asks, if you were the Ghost Rider, what would you do? Well, first I would wield that power responsibly. I wouldn't just go around and use it. But to those that maybe were criminals, I would probably go use the pen and stare on them. Like, make them feel the pain that they put on other people. I'd probably do that. And maybe those stuck-up snobs in Hollywood, like the actors and everything that want to push the propaganda, the directors, and do that stuff. People have done people wrong there. Those would probably be the ones that I would go after and use pen and stare on them. But that's just me. Be a good question, man. Mr. DJ Fly asks, in your opinion, what is the concept of Ruby? The concept is shit. there you go. There's the concept. It's shit. Do I need to say more? Is that explanatory enough? The first 3 volumes wasn't shit, but like, it was okay. They were pretty fun, but definitely not the best source of entertainment in the world ever. I mean, it's not like it's a masterpiece, but it was fun, like stupid fun. What are Ruby's redeeming qualities, if there are any? Well, modern day, I would probably just say, well, the good fan art, if you know what I mean. Like, and I mean good fan art. You know what I'm saying. Not that Cal art shit. The good stuff. But yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah, good question, man. Bleeding Shadow asks, what anime characters would look really cool with the Marvel symbiotes? Oh, now this is interesting. I'd probably say one Dio. Could you imagine Dio? He's already a vampire. Could you imagine Dio with the symbiote? And then could you imagine that, like, if a stand could, like, manifest with the symbiote, like, so, like, Dio would have the symbiote, but then, like, the stand would have the symbiote, like, around it as well? That would be amazing looking. Like a gold and black symbiote, like, stand. That would be so cool to look at for, like, the world. Or Giorno. Giorno would be amazing. Let's be real. The golden god himself. And then the symbiote. Yes, Giorno. Mwah. Masterpiece. That would be beautiful. Cool experience for Requiem with the symbiote. Oh. Bakugo, also, yeah, Bakugo would be cool, I think. I think he would be a good one for a symbiote. I don't know. I feel like he would be like the perfect character to have, like, if Venom, had to have a new host, Bakugo would probably be a good host for Venom, in my opinion. Another one, this would be kind of like a derpy one, but a hilarious one would be like Saitama with the symbiote. Although he'd probably punch the symbiote off because he'd be too powerful. But yeah, no, yeah, I'd probably say Saitama would be a really cool one. And another one I would really like to see, it could work with either character, would be like Natsu or Gray. Either one of them with the symbiote would be cool. I kind of feel like it would work really well for, like, could you imagine, like, Natsu with the symbiote, like, flames for his fist, like, oh, man, that'd be sick looking. That'd be cool. I'd like that. Or Dragon Force mixed with the symbiote. That would be something. I would actually like seeing it. That would be cool. But I could see them with the symbiote. Or Mordred. Mordred from Fate. She, as the berserker that she is already, like, her mixed with the symbiote, that would be like a catastrophe waiting to happen. Oh, man. Talk about total fear. Mordred would just storm through, and then you'd be like, what the fuck? Just seeing her with the symbiote. Like, everybody probably freak out. That'd be amazing. I'd like to see that. Be a good question, man. Best Rat Wife who asks, what clothing brands do you think are overpriced? Me, I think, Cart, is that how you say it? Is way overpriced. I have to say, like, just pretty much most of it that is like expensive, like Gucci. Like, good God, expensive, like extremely expensive. Like, it's just I don't know. I mean, I'd say like $40 for a shirt's enough if it's even worth the shirt. But that's just me. But yeah, good question, man. Foster Yeager asks, for the November Q&A, what is your funniest moment of internet infamy? I don't know, actually. I don't know. There's a lot of internet infamy moments that are hilarious, that are bad. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that because there's just so many I could choose from. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm actually drawing a blank on this one. I actually don't know. What characters did you have Thanksgiving with? Jesus Christ, I got a lot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready. All right, first off, we're going to start with Heirs of Scarlet. That would be the first one. The next one will be, Ellie from Rave. Another one will be Lucina from Fire Emblem. Okay, we're about to go on a Fire Emblem binge for a second. Next one will be Cordelia from Fire Emblem. Like, from Awakening. Like, these characters are so good. God, I love them. Tharja as well. Like, Awakening had some good cast. They really did. Writing was good for that one. CC or C2, however you want to pronounce her name. Besides the Thanksgiving, at that point, I would have to have pizza on the menu, which I would be okay with. I mean, we'd have to order pizza. Tifa Lockhart would be another one. Cynthia for Pokemon, because my champion. No, seriously, this is the crowning queen right here. This is the champion. She's champion in my heart. Lucamine as well, because it's nothing like Thanksgiving without having a MILF. Because that's my Thanksgiving right there. Palatina, because who would not want to have a good tease at their Thanksgiving? I know I would be okay with it. I'd be perfectly fine with it. Tease me harder, mommy. Do it. As Death as well, because I would be okay with having a Yandere over there. And then I think competition would be brewing up, though, at that point. Also Mount Lady as well. That'd be another one. And then also have Mordred, too. Good God. All the ladies in this. This would be like a massive harem. And then Samus Aran. I would have the biggest harem Thanksgiving ever. That's what I would do. And it would be glorious. That would be like anybody's dream come true to have a harem Thanksgiving. Have the best time. For sure, and then after you get past the meal, you get to the main course, if you know what I mean.
Oh my, how lewd.
Oh, and then right here, a meme from Quanta Riser, oopsie moment, and it shows, oh yeah, wasn't this like, SD Gundam? Wasn't that the 20th anniversary Gundam? It was so bad. Today, I will talk to other artists maybe tomorrow. Yeah, that was a really bad series. I did not like it. Like, I thought it was so bad. That's just me, though. James95 has some memes here from Fate. This one right here with Artoria. Bang, bang, come on, England! Bang, bang, score some fracking goals! And then you have Nero over there like, Forza Italia! Oh, man, that's really good. And then the next one, man, you're sure something. You're always relying on me for stuff all the time. You really love me to bits, don't you? Well, yeah. I even think I want to marry you. Oh, marriage, huh? They got married. Oh, I know I'd marry Mordred, and I would do so many things. You have no idea. Tons of things to be done there. Tons of things. The saber battle. One between Artoria, the other between Nero. Who wins? Oh, man. Nero or Artoria. Ooh. And this one, yes. Yes, I would want Artoria's breast on me. Yes. Yes. The Fate Guide to King Arthur. Who are you? I'm you, but without a penis, except at one time. Who are you? I'm actually Jeanne d'Arc. Who are you? Umu. I'm Nero, Claudius, 5th Emperor of Rome. I enjoy singing. Speaking of such, it's like, I'm scared to ask. I'm just you. That was pretty good. Oh, seeing Archer and seeing Gilgamesh in the schoolgirl outfits is great. Oh man, that's excellent. So if everyone isolates and keeps clean and follows instructions, everything will be okay. Yes, the future of the planet depends on the intelligence of the human race. We're fucked. Love how that cat looks. Oh, that's great. And then Mordred and Artoria eating. Artoria gets all the good food. Oh, poor Mordred. Poor Mordred. Oh, boy. Every man has a weakness. Samson, his hair. Achilles, the heel. And then me, the fake wife. They shot the ark. Yeah. Oh, Master's computer. What are they looking at? Oh, wonder what that could be. I bet it's something perverted. I told you, I don't need your damn buff. Get out. I've been in Buster meta for 5 years. I don't fucking care if you're here. No one get a buff. Get out from my party. Just get my fucking Buster buff. I said get fucking out from my party. Not go to backline, you bastard half-influence. Oh, man. It's great. And then everyone here. I just love how short Mordred is. It's funny. It's cute. Oh, man. It's so good. Like, I love everybody's expressions of this short Mordred. And then the father-son comment. Oh, that's good. I like how that looks. That actually came out really well. And then Artoria being a bad dad. How dare you, Artoria? Whatever that concoction is, it looks like it might kill Mordred. Oh, man. And then this one, I'm sure she'll turn into a busty, mature woman in Final Ascension. Gawain and Tristan have the fairy knight counterpart exactly like their preferences. Of course, mine will be the same case. How do we tell? Oh, man. I can take all 4 of you at the same time. In a battle, right? In a battle, right? I'll take all 4 of them any day of the week. May you fall as a Master. having Artoria and Archer swap outfits. Oh, the Shiro and Ren. It's like, oh, you take the Ren route. Next thing you know, you have Archer on your ass. Oh, man. Oh, good memes, man. Good memes for sure. Who would do a better job of saving Ren than Godzilla or Team Ruby? Oh, I mean, Godzilla. You know, Ruby destroyed the entire country. Godzilla would definitely be better at saving Remnant. Godzilla and his monsters versus Team Ruby and all of Remnant. Godzilla and his monsters win. Hands down. Easy. Do you like the time I got reincarnated as a slime? And which characters do you like from that show? Actually, yes, I do. I have seen it. I do enjoy it. My 2 favorite characters would be Rimuru, would be the first one. Because, like, Rimuru's an enjoyable protagonist, I'd say. Also, the fact that he gets mistaken as a girl is actually pretty hilarious. That's one thing I think is great. And then, I cannot forget to mention Shion. Shion, excellent monster. Like, let's be real. This is a fan favorite. Who doesn't like Shion? Shion's, like, one of the best parts of the series, in my opinion. Yeah. But yeah, many reasons. Many reasons. But yeah, good question. Best rat waifu asks, if you took one of your favorite Hololive girls out on a date, what would you do on that date? I would probably take them out on the town. Have a good time, just a glorious time going, seeing some sights, maybe. Maybe going around, getting, like, some dinner and maybe a movie. Like a good dinner, though, like at a nice, fancy place. You know, take them out, show them off. You know, be proud to be in the presence. You don't want to be, you gotta make them feel loved, make them feel appreciated. You know, and that's what I do. Make it a good, fun time. You know, maybe go shopping, too, with them to, you know, get them whatever they want. You know, something fun, something interesting. You know, spice it up. You know, make some good, fun stuff to do. Maybe even take them out skating, because, you know, I love skating. I used to skate all the time when I was younger. Like, I mean, like, rollerblades and stuff. Like, I would do that, you know, like, to a skating rink. That'd be fun, I think. That'd be enjoyable. That's just me, though. But yeah, good question, man. Captain Boomerang asks, excluding humanity's stupidity, how do you think the world would end? Well, you see, I'm going to destroy it with my dragons. We're going to fly in, we're going to take over everything, and then build the Dragonic Empire. That's exactly what's going to happen. Oh, poor fools don't see it coming. We're going to ride it on those dragons. Poor fools don't see it coming. But good question, man. Good question. Adam Soup asks, when your time's and about to pass away, which 1 or 2 anime video game world would you want to end up at? I'd probably say Pokemon would probably be one of them, because that is such a fun world, honestly. That'd probably be one. I would say I'd want to end up in, like, probably more the video game version of it, though. But I would go with that. Um, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Even. Because that, God, I would love to play, like, Duel Monsters in, like, that world. God, would that be fun. Also, like, JoJo would be fun. That would be another fun universe to jump into. Neptunia would also be fun to jump into. I'd jump into that. That'd be good. That'd be another one. Maybe Persona. That might be fun also. But yeah, maybe Kid Icarus. Give me some of that Palatina. But yeah, those would probably be some I'd probably jump into. But that's just me. Captain Boomerang asks, vampires, zombies, or werewolves? I was always more of a fan of vampires. I always thought they were the coolest of the three, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, like, because, yeah, you have to avoid the sunlight, but aside from that, I mean, it'd be kind of fun at night, like just chilling, getting your blood, then just kind of doing your own thing, I don't think it'd be too bad. Honestly, vampires probably be my favorite. But yeah, good question, man. Best rat wife who asks, name waifus you love to hate or ones you hate, but wouldn't say no to some fun in the bedroom, even if you gotta have a couple drinks first to be able to tolerate her. I hate Siriu from Akame ga Kill, but I would probably say, realistically, I'd be like, maybe I'd give you that shot. That'd probably be one. As much as I hated it, I really hate that character too. I hated it to death. But I'd probably say Siriu. That would probably be one I would choose. God, I hate that character. I really do. I hate her. I hate her character so much. But yeah, no, that's the one that comes to mind, honestly. That's the one that actually does come to mind that I don't like, that I would probably say yeah to. Be a good question. Captain Boomerang asks, who are your favorite redeemable villains? Now, this is a good one. I have plenty. But some of my all-time favorites would be Darth Vader. Like, he's obviously the story of a fallen hero. And, like, Anakin Skywalker had it tragic. Like, say what you will about the prequels, but, it really does still show the downfall of who he was to become Darth Vader. And, I mean, Vader's character, being one of the most fearsome characters in the entire galaxy, like, I mean, excellent character. I loved Vader and his redemption in the end because of his son. I loved it. Darth Maul, I actually, I don't like Star Wars Rebels much, but I like Maul was probably my favorite part of Rebels. And the path they took his character was pretty good. Like Darth Maul being an apprentice to becoming what he did in the end. Yeah, I'd have to go with Maul. He's one of my favorites. Darth Revan, oh God, a lot of people, he's a lot of people's favorite Star Wars character, and for good reason. And Knights of the Old Republic games, like, God, they're so good. They stand so well to this very day. Like, those old games are so good. I love them. And Revan was, like, the best character in those games, if not one of the all-time best characters in Star Wars. Venom, believe it or not, he's an anti-hero, but he originally was a villain character to Peter Parker. And seeing his development to being kind of more of an anti-hero, I'd say Venom was actually a character that was done well. I liked his redemption in a sense. And then Vector from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Like, some people have their issues with Zexal, but the Barry and Onslaught arc is, like, the best part. And Vector, he's such a good troll villain. Like, he's so good. And seeing that he was, like, a pure soul that became so corrupted, like, he was great. And his redemption was good, too. Lusamine, now, a lot of people, like, have problems with Sun and Moon. Like, Sun and Moon as a game, and I'm looking at the game perspective. As a game, I actually liked them. Now, I didn't like that they were easy. I didn't like that part. But the story itself, Lusamine's character was like the whole thing for me. Like, she was just so good because she went from being this selfish character because she lost her husband. Like, her husband was her world, but she was so carefree and loving in the beginning. And then it's like she loses her world, becomes this selfish woman that basically just wants to get revenge to get her husband back. Like, I mean, and then in the end, she does get her husband back, but loses him because he has amnesia. So she has to let him go. Like, Lusamine, I love the redemption. I don't know. It's just, a solid character. I actually like what they did with Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. I know people are split on that, but that's just me. Meruem from Hunter x Hunter is probably like the best redemption of a character. Like Yoshihiro Togashi, he is such a genius when it comes to writing. And Meruem was so good in the Chimera Ant arc. He was like probably the best character. His worldview, from who he was in the beginning to in the end, took a big shift. I mean, he wanted to just basically rule the world. And then, of course, after that, like, a human actually changed him. And he became a different person entirely. Like, Meruem was amazing. From the moment he, was born to the end. Like, I love this character. But yeah, good question, man. Best Rat Wife who asks, know any villains you think could have been redeemable? There is one that comes to mind, like, right off the bat. And that would be Pito. I think Pito had a chance at that. But Poof, manipulated Pito into, like basically fighting Gon, and in the end, like Pito dies. And while Neferpito was loyal to the king, I think that whatever the king would have done, Neferpito would have followed. Which, in the end, with Meruem's choice, Pito probably would have followed that. But that's just me. I think that Neferpito was a character that could have been redeemed. There's definitely more, but that's like probably one of the biggest ones to me. But yeah, good question, man. Double Trouble asks, have you seen any of these shows? What do you think of them? I recommend them to you because they're some of the few Western shows that aren't woke at all. I actually haven't seen these shows. But then again, they don't really stand out to me personally. But hey, if you like them and anybody watching this likes them, that's perfectly fine. You have every right to that. I'm not saying you're wrong for it. They just don't interest me. But hey, you know what? I'm glad to at least know that they're not woke. I mean, that's, good to know at least. Good to know that they're not pushing propaganda. That's a good thing. But yeah, good question, man. Best Rat Waifu asks, name any dog girl waifu that might be able to compete against Korone for best girl. Korone is best girl. I don't really think you have that competition. Like, Korone to me is the best doggo. But that's just my opinion. You can't beat Korone. Metalord 395 asks, how was your Thanksgiving? It wasn't really the greatest, but then again, it's the first Thanksgiving without my father, because, my father passed away last year. So it wasn't the greatest, but, I made it. I mean, it's kind of a hard day. That's what it was, but, I got through it. That's what was important. What are your thoughts on Japan's rental sister program? See attached video. I mean, if you want to rent a sister, fine. I don't see any problem with it if that's what you want to do. I mean, kind of makes me think of like, in a sense, like the Big Brother, Big Sister program, kind of. But, it's just me. If you could improve the casting of live-action One Piece, how'd you go about it? I wouldn't have it happen at all, because there's no reason for live-action One Piece to exist. Like, there really isn't. And it's nothing against the actors or anything. It's just, I just don't see any reason for a live-action One Piece. That's just me. You were stuck on an island with only video games to keep you company until help arrives. Which ones do you choose? Probably like the first 3 generations, maybe 4 actually, because Platinum. So yeah, probably Pokemon Platinum would be like one of them. Probably the first 3 generations of Pokemon, or at least like Gen 3, Gen 4, like Fire Red and Leaf Green, maybe Emerald. Pokemon Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, probably those. Probably some Fire Emblem games like Fire Emblem Awakening would probably be what I'd play, because God, I love Awakening so much. I would probably also play the Game Boy Advance one as well. Like, back with Ellawood and Landis. I'd probably go with that. That'd be another good one. But yeah, those would probably be some games I'd play. Maybe other Fire Emblem games also. What's your cat's name? My cat's name is Sylvester. How long have you had him or her? Well, he was my dad's cat first. And, so, when my dad died, I took him. And so I basically had him since then. But my dad had him for, like, 3 years. What breed is your cat? I don't know, actually. We got him because the woman that my dad was dating at the time, she basically just took the cat from its mother, because this woman was crazy, and just, I mean, I'm not kidding, threw the cat at him. Like, threw the kitten at him. Threw it at him. A kitten. It wasn't even at least 2 weeks old. I mean, like, it is insane. like, he did not think that the kitten would live. And I was actually surprised as well. I was so shocked because it was, so far from his mom. Luckily, he raised it, and cat turned out to be good, But, yeah, it was a scary time. I'll be real with you, because, like, nobody thought he was going to live because, he was so young. But he's a good cat. He's healthy. I'm taking care of him. He's a good cat. I love him to death. What breed's your cat? I really don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't had him checked on that, so I don't know what breed he is, actually. But he is a striped cat. I mean, he's got nice stripes, though. What are your favorite anime Christmas episodes? I haven't really thought of a favorite. I do like the Fairy Tale Christmas special they did in the manga, which they made an OVA of. That one was a lot of fun, actually. There were a couple of changes from the manga and the OVA, but it was good. It was still good regardless. I mean, it was fun. I love it. What are your Christmas traditions, if you have any? Just basically a meal. That's really it. Like a certain Christmas meal. Have sausage balls, which I don't ever usually make. So, that's like the once a year thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of my Christmas traditions. I mean, of course, gifts and stuff, but that's about it, really. How do you feel about a Legend of Zelda anime? I mean, if it's done right, then I have no problem with it. There is that cartoon that was made way back, what was it, the 80s? Nobody will ever forget that. It wasn't very good. Excuse me, princess. Like, God, I remember that. It was so cringe. If done right, it'd be fine. But then again, there was a Fire Emblem anime, and God, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Oh, I remember that back in the day. That was also, wasn't that in the 90s, I think? That anime was not good. It was, sadly, as much as I love Fire Emblem, that anime was not good. What are your thoughts on Fight Club? First rule about Fight Club: no one talks about Fight Club. I do like it, though. It's a good movie. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it. It is good. David, underrated anime that you feel deserves more love. I'm telling you, check out Maria Holic. I'm serious. I can't stress that enough. That series is so good. I feel like it just does not get enough attention. It is such a good series. I mean, if it was made in America, they couldn't make that today. Like, they could not make that today. But it is too good. It's fantastic. Like, and it's a series that just makes fun of everything. It's fantastic. Nothing is safe with that show. It's beautiful. I love it. It has just the greatest sense of comedy, in my opinion. Like, one of the best series out there. I'm serious. If you want a good laugh, watch Maria Holic. I guarantee you, you'll have a good time with it. It's fun. And if it's not your thing, that's understandable too. But I'm just saying, it's great, in my opinion. Thoughts on the anime version of Smash Bros, as in the Smashers are anime characters? And, I mean, I don't know. It could work, but it would have to be carefully done. But, I mean, then again, you'd have to make a plot, I guess, like, because really, you didn't have a plot until Brawl. You had one in, Ultimate as well, but, like, aside from that, you didn't really have a plot. So you'd have to, like, kind of work that through. So I just think it being a game's kind of better. That's just my opinion. Have you seen Tokyo Godfathers? No, I actually have not seen Tokyo Godfathers. So I know that's an anime movie. It's an older one. I've heard it's pretty good. But I haven't actually, been around to see it myself. But I might give it a shot. But yeah, I've heard some pretty decent things about it. But yeah, that's just me though. But anyways, I want to thank you all for, your patience with this Q&A. I mean, I know it took a while. That tornado really messed up a lot of things and I got in the way of it. It would have been out way sooner. So I do apologize for that. But you know what? At least it's out. At least it's here. That's the most important thing. I want to thank you for your patience. So I really do. I want to thank you for your continued support. It's always great. If you have any questions for the Q&A, please leave them in the comments section down below. Really appreciate it. And we'll get them in the next Q&A. And also, if there are any other questions that I may have missed, let me know. I'll get them in the next Q&A for sure. And I just want to thank you again for your patience. This is definitely not when I expected to get out. I expected to get out much sooner. So next month, I will be sure to get things out sooner. But I want to thank you for your support as always. You all are wonderful. I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and I hope all of you have a Merry Christmas.